Just thought I'd do a quick follow-up vlog on the Seicento test. When I borrowed Miller Corner's little Seicento Sporting, had a merry hoon about in it. Well, he had a hoon in this very car. And yeah, it's just a little follow-up to give some of my thoughts on why I prefer the Matiz. I'm very grateful to Joe for letting me have a go in the Seicento, and I liked it a lot. But I'm certainly not prepared to chop Myrtle in for a Seicento anytime soon. And I think one of the main reasons is the driving position. I really like the Matiz driving position. It's a bit cramped because it's a small car, but I like the fact the floor is quite low in comparison to the seat. You feel like you're sitting up in an SUV, even though you're not really that much higher than anyone else. I like the fact the windscreen is a bit further away, so you don't feel quite so hemmed in. I like the fact there are rear doors. What luxury! And I do far prefer the styling of the Matiz. It's amusing that we did a comparison between two Italian-styled cars. The Matiz meant to be the Cinquecento. It was Giugiaro's thoughts on the matter, what a modern-day Cinquecento should look like. Fiat had their own ideas. Not unattractive ideas, I think very good ideas in fact on the Cinquecento. Oh, this is the noise. I do like the noise. Hilarious. But yeah, overall I think I just prefer the package of the Matiz. I think the Seicento definitely has better road manners. Where the Matiz falls down is it can bounce around at times rather alarmingly, and because of its tall stature it does sometimes feel a bit unstable. But you can still have a right giggle in it. It may not be the sharpest handling, but it is definitely proof that, yeah, you don't have to handle like a race car to be good fun. I did quite like the tiny steering wheel on the Seicento. That really worked. This horrible lump of plastic is enormous and a bit too big on a tiny little car that has power steering. Just seems frankly unnecessary. But it does feel more spacious in here, and I think that is because the windscreen is set further away. So overall, yeah, I liked the Seicento, very glad to try it, but the Matiz really is still the car for me. The main issue is, with the Matiz, I'm always wanting more performance. And that doesn't mean I want the 1 litre 4-cylinder version, because that would be dull. That would remove all of the fun entirely. I think a tiny turbo would really make this car very entertaining indeed. That and perhaps a bit of a suspension makeover. I wouldn't want it to be as firm as Joe's Seicento, but I think you could tighten up the handling a fair bit with not too much work, probably. I know nothing about modifying cars, so consider it a pipe dream. Yeah, still driving around the Peterborough area. There's lots more road tests to come from this trip. So many road tests. And I must say thank you to Kelsey Media for letting me play with so many of their cars. Gonna accelerate? Zafira drivers, what's going on? At least it hasn't caught fire. Go Myrtle, go. So there you go, that was just a bit of a vlog about yeah, how much I like the Matiz. Just in case you hadn't got the message that I quite like the Matiz. It's not to say it's the perfect car. I still wish there was somewhere for my clutch foot. These seats, after you've done a couple of 100 miles in them, I'm not exactly comfortable. They're quite narrow and firm, and I can't quite get the seat far enough back. But overall, I still love this little car, 20 years after I bought it. And yeah, you can't really say better than that, can you? Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. Lots more road tests coming soon. Hopefully a few more fleet updates. And I shall see you in a future video. Farewell. In this video, I'm in industrial Buckingham, where I've swapped my Daewoo Matiz for a BMW 7 Series for what I hope will be the first of many hub nut long-term tests.